What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? We are back again for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 7, episode 6. I can't believe we are already in episode 6 already. But Burnin and something else. Girl, let me just say this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not liking the way that the narratives are being spun in this season so far. I am not liking the direction that it is going so far with this whole allegation of, people making me uncomfortable, which makes people believe that, and hear me out. Because two things can be true at the same time. Chris did nothing, but Giselle was also uncomfortable. That can be true at the same time. Both of those things can be facts. The issue that I am having, and then I feel like a lot of us probably who don't believe Giselle or, believe Giselle's motives, okay, is the fact that Giselle is really bringing this on the show to make it seem as if, Chris actually did something really, really terrible. Actually attempted, when we hear somebody say, oh, he made me uncomfortable, whatever, sometimes most of our minds instantly goes to, oh, did he put his hands on you? Oh, did he try to rape you? Did he try to sexually assault you? Did he try to do this? No, he didn't do none of that. He just made me uncomfortable with his presence being in a room because he a married man or whatever, and I'm in a room by myself with him or whatever. And see, shit like that pisses me off, because it's just the way that you word stuff and it's the way that you present stuff, okay? And it makes me mad because, I am a strong proponent of believing women when they come forward with, allegations of abuse, assault, and all that stuff, because most likely it's facts. But then I cannot stand a bitch that comes forward when they know that it is not true, or they're trying to attack somebody's character just to be vindictive. And in this point, it is just doing that. Giselle is trying to fucking have a fucking storyline, and it is so goddamn clear at this point. It is a fucking plot, because all of a sudden everybody wants to go against this man, and all of a sudden we ain't never had not one problem with Chris since he first got on this show. Since y'all was ragtagging about how he don't work, he living off of Candace, he living off of Candace's mama, he doing this, he a house husband, he all this shit or whatever, and now all of a sudden it's, oh, he makes me feel uncomfortable, oh, he flirting with this person, oh, he tried to do this. Girl, stop it, okay? And when Candace sat down, let me tell you something. Candace, you better than me. You better than me, because Ashley wouldn't have sat down with Giselle to clear up shit. Because I would have been like, fuck you, bitch, because I know how you work. And I see how you doing this, okay? I'm not giving you the time of the day, but y'all had a scene to film, and that's just what it was. Giselle, you have this way of acting as if everything is cool, nonchalantness or whatever. And I hate that. You light the fire, you started, you let that shit burn, and you walk right on past that bitch like mission accomplished. I can't stand that shit. And that's why I did not want Candace to sit down and even acknowledge the whole shit with her. Mind you, this shit happened like 3 weeks ago. Bitch, it's been 3 weeks. I'm not finna bring it up, okay? I'm finna just let that shit skate on by, because you're not about to make a storyline out off of some shit that allegedly happened to you. And yes, I can probably agree with Giselle that she probably did feel uncomfortable. But also, here's the thing that everybody keeps trying to understand, and that I'm trying to understand, because we don't want to tell somebody to, I saw Chris Bastick live, a part of it. I just so happened to get on TikTok, and he was on my For You page, and he was live, and it was literally at the part where he was saying how if you felt so uncomfortable and I made you feel a way, how come you couldn't go to my wife and tell her what was going on the next day, 2 days later, the next week, maybe a couple of weeks later? But you waited 5 months to say something when the camera started to roll. Exactly. And that's the part that I don't get. And I know we be up in here, and it pisses me off, because again, we always say, do not tell somebody, oh, why you waiting so long to say something or whatever, and to report this and all this stuff, because that fear that they're not going to be believed, right? We get that. And now we got this situation where Giselle waited 5 fucking months to do this shit. And it's like, damn, should we come at her because it's like, well, she could have came at her own time. But then again, it's like, you do this on camera? Why did you wait to do this on camera? That's what's the hard part about it. Especially if you said that he did absolutely nothing and the only thing that he did was made you uncomfortable because he was a married man coming into your room. Mind you, you said he told you to come to your room. He said you told him to come into your room. Either fucking way, you obliged it. You said, okay, cool. If you knew that your issue was you did not want to be in a room with a married man, you did not want it to be perceived as something that is not, why did you go into the room, the empty room, with him? The door was open. You still could have stepped outside the hallway. You still could have said, no, we'll just stand outside. We'll do it right here, whatever. You know, because I'm pretty sure Chris ain't going to get loud with you. Chris wasn't finna curse you out or nothing like that. Y'all could have did that shit out there in the open. But you still went up there with him. And I hate the way that sounds because it sounds as if victim blaming or whatever. And this is the fucking predicament that fucking Giselle has put us in. Because we all know that this shit is fucking, this could be a real situation, but we know that Giselle is doing this shit because she fucking lying for a storyline. Because she ain't got shit else to do, okay? Because that man did not make her uncomfortable. If a person made me uncomfortable in any type of way, I don't want to be around them, period. You going over there talking to him at the spring fling, you over there getting hugs and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting here like, Candace, don't even do it. Okay, suck them cheers up and say deuces. That's what the fuck you do. You know, that's why I'm not mad at Candace for saying you make it hard for real women to come forth and real victims to come forth or whatever, because look at what you're doing. We're up here literally debating and being conflicted with ourselves because we know how we feel, but then this is going against what we feel like. You know what I'm saying? It's just really fucked up. And then, you know, that whole situation continuing off with Ashley, you know, Candace had to come out and say, bitch, why you up here talking about mine? At least my husband wasn't out here going to another man's house getting his dick sucked or sucking dick or whatever. Now, on the one hand, I said, Candace, that really wasn't necessary. But on the other hand, bitch, the shit is already out there. Okay? It's been so much shit about fucking Michael doing this and that. Baby, it is what it is at this point. I feel no fucking sympathy for Ashley. I feel no fucking sympathy for Michael at this point because it ain't the first time that somebody done said this shit. Somebody said that shit at BravoCon and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show, like, you sitting down there, is you deflecting? Is you deflecting? This you deflecting? Okay, I said, Ashley, shut the fuck up because all of this is you deflecting. If you want to be sure about that, you want to be honest, okay? And why, again, you bringing up the fact that he allegedly touched somebody or was talking to somebody and no proof has been founded. Mia said that shit. And the proof in the pudding is that he wasn't even paying no attention to her. Proof in the pudding is Miss Deborah. Deborah, let me tell you something, ma'am. You's thirsty. You thirsty, and at this point in time, I feel like, bitch, y'all concocted this shit together. Because, first of all, this is the first time that we ever heard of you. You just came along to be Ashley, mommy friend. And now all of a sudden it's, oh, so Candace gonna be there? You know, does she know about her husband? They still together or whatever? And I'm looking at you like, girl, looks can't, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Cause I know some people probably think I'm ugly as shit, but baby, I'm not gonna call you ugly as shit, baby. You facially fucking challenged, and you just ain't that girl. You just ain't that girl. And I know it ain't got nothing to do with it. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but baby, I'm just saying that because I'm mad. I'm just saying that because I'm irritated. Because this bitch has been on one fucking episode for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes of Real Housewives of Potomac. And she already got Real Housewives of Potomac in her goddamn bio on Instagram. Like, girl, it's giving clout chasing. Okay? And I just don't understand what's the point. Why y'all teaming up against this man for what? For what? Okay? As if none of these men have ever looked at another woman and only put their eyes strictly on you. And then when Giselle went out there to the car, gonna say something, oh yeah, and Ashley said that, you know, Chris was out here touching asses and flirting and whatever. I said, so he touching asses too? I said, oh wow, so that's what we're doing. Giselle has a way of telling the story and adding more information that was not presented. You know what I'm saying? And it pisses me off as well. And for Wendy to be sitting down there with Ashley trying to understand, like, why do you feel like, and Ashley, your justification, I just wanted to tell her in front of Giselle. Why did you want to tell her in front of Giselle? For what? For what? Like Candace said, she gave you the opportunity to tell you that shit, not in front of the girls. And I know, again, people gonna say, well, it's going to be in front of everybody because everybody saw it. Yeah, but when the shit played out, it wasn't played out in front of the whole fucking group. It was played out with Candace pulling Ashley to the side and Giselle, and they said the shit in a private room where it wasn't put forth to the whole fucking group so we can all talk shit about it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was a respect thing. Even though they didn't really fuck with each other, it was a respect thing. And you couldn't even return that shit back to her. Okay? And, you know, I see a lot of people saying that a lot of this shit that's going on this season is just like everybody's karma. And that could be it. Because everybody did some shit. Because you got Robin ass up in that goddamn car. Bitch, you ain't putting no fucking Uber in because you weren't finna pay for it. Robin, I need you to get your shit together. Now, let me tell y'all something. And I don't give a damn how people may feel. The light skins is out of fucking control. Okay? And people want to deny the fact that it's colorism that's going on up in this shit. It is. It's colorism, and it's the fact that people just don't like people. It's two, like I said earlier, two things can be true at the same time, and that is what's going on. If you cannot deny that shit, okay? You cannot deny that shit because ain't no way in hell how the fuck has Robin and Giselle been getting away with the shit that they've been getting away with all these seasons, okay? Especially fucking Robin. When we wanted to paint Monique as this ghetto hood rat, and she aggressive and all this stuff and always want to fight somebody, but yeah, Robin been the one that's been trying to fight since season fucking 1. Oh, they pulled all the fucking scenes. She queen bee of that shit, bitch. The only difference is she got a good homegirl that'll pull her back to stop her from doing something. But then she probably the type of bitch that, you know, a motherfucker call her bluff. But baby, you get aggressive, okay? And then Mia, your ass doing the shit that you doing next week. Oh yeah, we cutting that bitch up too. We cutting it up too, even more than what she already been. Girl, they pissed me off. They pissed me off right at the beginning of the fucking episode. Okay, I ain't never had to go off on these bitches like that. Like, girl, what? What? Like, come on, let's call the fucking spade a spade, okay? Like, these bitches are not fucking friends with each other. They are not friends with each other. And I just want them to be truthful about it. That's it. That's it. So, Ashley, she goes to see an attorney. Let me tell you something, bitch. I don't give a damn. When I tell you I don't give a damn, because I just don't understand how can you be this dense, this ditzy, this dumb when it comes to legal matters, okay? I just like, girl, like, come on. You know, because everybody's around me keep on saying that I need to go see an attorney. So maybe I should just go ahead and go see an attorney. Baby, you are in the process of separation to get a divorce, okay? Yeah, bitch, you need to get your own goddamn attorney. You up here listening to the shit that Michael was telling you, and then you finding out shit that he telling you ain't all necessarily right. Girl, he is looking out for the benefit and the betterment of himself, okay? And I'm sitting here like, bitch, go get you a fucking attorney and then be done with this shit, okay? Like, girl, it's just like, you're really dumb. That lady is really dumb. I just, what? Okay? And then this whole situation about, I don't care, you know, they talked about the reason why they was getting divorced. You know, she don't want to do the threesomes and stuff no more. I said that can't be just all that it is, but okay, we're going to go with that. You know, believing that he not going to do this and he not going to do that, but you got to do this. The lawyer just basically said, make sure you on top of your shit, okay? Because he can say one thing and he can renege on that shit, all right? He basically is in control, and he's been in control this whole freaking time, all right? So now it's time for you to get some goddamn control, all right? And then she keep on asking about whether or not is it okay or is it would be okay, good for them to have a house together. No, you dumb. I just don't get it. I have never heard nobody, I'm trying to get a divorce for somebody, but we want to buy a house together and put it in the LLC. Baby, divorce means we're cutting ties, okay? The only ties that y'all need to have together is child support, come and see the kids, alimony, and that's it. Other than that, I don't need you to have access to my house, access to my property, any type of that, to my money or whatever. I don't need you to have any type of access any type of way. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to try to pull the rug from underneath me because we're both tied in on this shit together when we didn't have to be. No. Okay, Ashley, stop the shit. Meanwhile, we get you know, Mia, this insignificant ass scene, I just, maybe I've been out the loop for a minute, but have there really had some scenes where the B characters that are not even cast members on the show, the friends of the show, you know, comes through and they have their own scene with a main cast member, and it's almost as if they're main cast members too. I just didn't like this scene just because Charisse was in it, Jacqueline was in it, and I'm just sitting here like the way that they acting like they main people or whatever, you know, and Jacqueline, it ain't really nothing towards you. It's mostly Charisse, and then it's Mia too, because I just don't like Mia. I just come to the conclusion that I really don't like Mia. So it is what it is, you know, like I'm indifferent. Let me not say I don't like her. I'm indifferent to her. Like, girl, I just don't feel either way about her. That's just what it is. I don't find her interesting at all. I really do not, okay? This whole story about, you know, girl, I was there with you with your health struggle, whatever. Baby, don't put the shit out there as if it's life or death, and then you say you're going to get it fixed later on down the line because it ain't really that bothersome. If I'm putting some shit out there saying something's going on with my health, baby, I'm finna get that shit done right then and there, because that's something that's not bothersome can turn into something that's bothersome, and it didn't have to be, and you would have went on ahead and just got that shit taken care of, okay? Get them lumps out your ass if that's where they really are. You know what I'm saying? Moving on from that, we get into the whole backstory about Mia and Jacqueline's friendship, and they fight like sisters. You know, I think Mia was adopted by Jacqueline's mama or whatever, something shit like that. You know, her whole backstory. They friends. They been friends forever. Which I just, and honestly, I'm just curious. The only thing that I'm curious about looking at is with Mia and Jacqueline and how they fell out, to the point that Mia was blasting her alleged domestic abuse that she was doing allegedly to her husband on social media right before the season started. I just want to know how we got from point A to point B to point Z where we at now. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, oh, girl, for y'all to be besties or whatever for all these years, y'all blessing each other on social media? Bitch, sometimes it's just not good for relationships, certain type of relationships, to be put on reality TV. And if you can fall apart just from being on reality TV for just a couple of episodes just like this, baby, something in that friendship just wasn't right in the first place. And then Charisse is there, baby. When Mia said, I like the fact that Charisse has you know, her eyelashes always look like they finna fall off. Charisse just does not fit in with this group of girls. It's like they're trying to make fetch happen with Charisse. And I feel as though the reason why they keep on showing her is that they're trying to ease her back into the cast and see if she can be a full-time cast member again next season. And I'm not here for it, okay? Mia wanted to take the girls to Miami. She said, yes, I'm taking the girls out of state. I said, girl, you saying that shit like you taking them over there to Prague or something, out of the country. Baby, everybody and anybody and their mama can go to fucking Miami. But okay, I guess that was a slight dig at, I guess Wendy or whatever, because she took the girls to a winery that was still in state or whatever. I don't know. It could have been, it could not. But either way, it ain't no out of... Baby, can we get back to when they go out of the country for trips and shit? Because we ain't seen that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I know COVID didn't fuck some shit up, but the country open, right? Yeah, world open. World stop. Carry on. Bitch, where that come from? Anyway, and that bitch, nope, I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. She was like, the house that she got, it got 6 bedrooms, but it's 9 girls. And somebody gonna have to bunk up with each other. You know, she inviting everybody, even Wendy, who she can't stand or whatever, because she just feel like Wendy be acting like she got something to prove and all this stuff. I said, well, damn, Wendy ain't did shit this season, but I get it. You taking over the shit that happened last season. Understandable. You know, you can't just drop shit. I get that stuff. But, you know, you nice or whatever, because honestly, if you know Ashley, if I don't fuck with you, bitch, you ain't coming. That's just what it is. And then, you know, she's saying Charisse and Jacqueline gonna get their own room. Bitch, to be quite honest, you and Jacqueline should have fucking bunked up together, and Charisse should have got the couch or whatever's left over. That's what the fuck she should have got. Charisse is not a goddamn main cast member. I don't give a fuck who trip this is. Charisse don't deserve a fucking room. That's all that I'm gonna say on that. So Wendy is up there talking to Eddie about all the stuff that went down in Miami, or not Miami, but at the burn section, and you know, how the girls basically was roasting her ass. That's basically what was going on. And then the whole situation of girl, don't nobody care. Let me just say this, okay? Wendy, girlfriend, you sat there and you told your man, you know, that you're not going to do this restaurant situation. You know, you glad that your mama got out the hospital and that she's doing okay or whatever. But my whole situation and my whole thing is, you are doing too much. I feel like this was just a storyline part for you as well. You know, since we want to call out storylines or whatever, I don't think you was ever serious about putting up no goddamn Nigerian, I don't even know why I said it like that, Nigerian restaurant, or I should say lounge, which would have been cute, which would have been nice or whatever. But baby, you was nowhere near serious. As soon as I heard you say you wanted to put a little place up in there for the kids can come and then put some books up in there, baby, that ain't what we go to a lounge for. We go to a library for that, for the books. We go to Barnes & Nobles if that's still around for that, or Amazon, you know what I'm saying? That's what we go to for the books and shit. We take them little rug racks to goddamn Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, you know, or you take them to the library as well so that they can go roll around and play and have books all at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, baby, we not coming to no lounge to fucking read a book. We ain't coming to no lounge to read a book, baby. We come to a lounge to listen to some good music, eat some good food, and have a good drink and maybe a cigar or two. Okay, that's what we come there for. We come there to mingle. We come there to interact, you know what I'm saying? To let our hair down a little bit, to be mature. When we don't want to go to a club, we go to a goddamn lounge, baby. That's what it is. I said, girl, what? Eddie was just looking at it like, first of all, this is going to take up too goddamn much money. And she was like, you know what? It is going to take up too much money, but I'm going to just put that on pause. Girl, it was never on play, okay? It never pressed play, you know? But anyway, she said, bitch, I'm going to Miami. I don't care if these hoes don't like me or not. They just going to have to deal because I love Miami and it is what it is. Now, see, I'm here for everybody that's going on this trip for equal opportunity for their own selves. Candace said, listen, I got shit to do, but I'm going to come down there a little bit later. Plus, Trina down there in Miami, we got to get these contract signs or whatever. So, baby, let's get this business done. I said, you know what? You got to do what you got to do, okay? Meanwhile, you got Giselle and Robin meeting up to go get some clothes or whatever for Miami. Girl, Giselle, you could have just threw on whatever the fuck it is that you had up in your closet. It still wouldn't fit. It still wouldn't fit for Miami vibe, okay? So you get down there, and they're talking about the stuff that was going on and, you know, how the situation been and the whole situation with Ashley telling Candace about Candace and all this stuff. And then Ashley come through. She started talking about the whole situation with going to see the lawyer, whatever. And it was like, duh, we been told your ass to go see the lawyer. And duh, we been told your ass not to do the LLC. Baby, come the fuck to find out the LLC has not even happened yet. Michael is in the Bahamas, okay? Michael is enjoying his best life right about now, okay? He said, listen, I ain't got Ashley on my arm. She got them kids to worry about. I ain't got to worry about them. So, baby, let me go out here and live my best life with my man and my woman, okay? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if that's what it is, Michael, that's just what it is. Ain't no shame and ain't no hate. You know what I'm saying? I hate the fact that, you know, they kind of use the fact that he could possibly be bisexual, which has always been alluded to as if it's a negative thing or an insult, just like the way that Candace threw it out there, whatever, when it's not. It's not. You know, when he ready to live his truth, let him live his truth. But at the end of the day, baby, you've been putting it out on full display. I hate to say it like that, but that's just what it is. You've been putting it out on full display, and that's why people been clocking it, baby, okay? And we're just trying to here to tell you that if that's what it is, that's what it is, and we love it. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? Be free. Put your freak flag on, you know? But, you know, the whole situation about Candace coming at her about this whole dude that's supposed to be, Michael's supposed to be seeing or whatever, she was like, Robin said, yeah, I heard about that a long time ago, years ago. Candace told me about that. She said it's a high-end client or whatever, like a escort type of situation, and he was doing some things or whatever. And she told Robin that in private, and she said she was not going to say nothing about it. And at this moment, Mama was pushed to the fucking brinks, and she said, fuck that shit. Your man sucked dick on the weekend. I said, oh, so do I. That's probably what Ashley was saying too. So do I, because Ashley don't do this. This Ashley, And I want y'all to stop being up in my DMs. Like, the wrong people are coming up into my DMs, okay? Where are the women's? Where are the women's, okay? Because I just don't understand, why are the guys coming to my DMs? And not only that, like, I just got an influx of goddamn military dudes coming into my DM. Baby, I don't trust the shit. I automatically block that stuff or whatever because it feels like scam. But, girl, no. Where are the women's, okay? I said, you know, at the end of the day, y'all both just irritating. Y'all really just irritating. And then here comes Giselle talking about, you know, she don't like the shit that's going on. She thought the conversation that she had with Candace was good. I said, now, how did you think that it went well? Did we all see the same fucking conversation that happened at the beginning of the episode? And Mama said, she said in her head, she thought it went well. She thought everything was all to the good up until she saw the shit that Chris was fucking tweeting and everything. And then it was like, you know what? Here come Robin. See, the thing with Candace is, you know, Candace, she over dramatized stuff and she taking it to Chris, and then they just go off or whatever, and he going off of what she's saying. And it's like, and I'm sitting here like, but it's almost as if you saying Candace shouldn't really be pissed off. She just doing too much. But you already agree with her that Giselle was doing too much with this whole situation when you sat down with her. Bitch, which one is it, Robin? Which one is it, okay? Now, let me tell you something. I know they say women, the men should stay out of the women's business or whatever. But in this instance, it's involving fucking Chris. And you are basically putting shit out there on him to make him look like this terrible ass person. So I am not mad at the fact that he done said some shit probably about Giselle, because bitch, it needed to be fucking said. Don't give me that, oh, you wouldn't go after so-and-so because she got a husband or whatever, and you only doing this because she a single woman. No, he doing it because he trying to clear his name, because that's a messy ass bitch. That's just what it is, okay? And so it's all of a sudden it went from, oh, he got a brown dick, I want to look at his dick, you know, always talking about his penis and everything, and you know, I feel okay with him and let me cook for him and all that stuff that Chris used to do for everybody, and he's a cool dude, to fuck Chris, I don't ever want to be in his presence, and it's fuck him forever. I said, oh, that's how it is, Giselle? Oh, okay. Interesting. So the girls, they get ready to go to Miami. They all meeting up, you know what I'm saying? Ashley up in the airport doing her TikToks. Oh my God, how'd you get your ass to move like that? You shake it. Okay. You know, so this trip, you know, did y'all see the way Cameron said to Sharice, hey Sharice, it's good to see you here. Glad you can come. And the way she turned and looked at the camera like, why this bitch here, okay? And she said, listen, I understand, you know, even though Mia said that this for my birthday or whatever, no, this is a girl's trip that just so happens to fall in between my birthday, okay? She's turning the big 5'9", you know, and hey, it is what it is. She's gonna make the best of it. Karen really don't see it for Sharice. I don't either, but hey, it is what it is. Y'all saw how Wendy came in there all late, or at least they edited to make it seem like she came in late and nobody was talking to her ass, and they went right on to them on the plane, getting off or whatever. You know, of course, they had to cut the group up in half. Mia had Mia, Karen, and Giselle and Jacqueline in the car with her. So she up in the car, they talking about the house, whatever. Here go Mia. It's a $12 million home. I said, all right, you know, that's cute. Why do we care how much it costs? Just let me know how much, you know, how many rooms we gonna have or whatever. They get to talking about that, talking about, you know, Jacqueline, she's never been married. Her baby daddy is just her baby daddy. It just never got to that point of marriage yet, unfortunately. And the fact that, you know, Giselle, she wants a young boy to add to her roster. And I said, please don't say young boy, say young man, okay? Young man. That's more like it. You know, we don't want to sound predatory or whatever. But, okay, fine. Moving on. In the other car, you got Robin, Wendy, Ashley, and Sharice. And they're trying to figure out what was, you know, Mia's motive of putting them all in the car together. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, for the most part, they was cool. They was cool with each other, whatever. You know, when they're talking, and Wendy had to correct the fact that Mia put up in there the tip of Florida or something like that. She was like, but it's not really the tip, because the tip means the top, but it's really the bottom. You know, it's just the professor me. And I said, Wendy, this why people got an issue with you now. Okay, this why people got an issue with you now. You should just let shit slide. Because at one point, the car was laughing, but then you kind of disrupted that by putting that out there. Baby, we ain't need to be technical. We ain't need to be technical. Just enjoy the ride, okay? You know, they started talking about the bedrooms or whatever. Oh, so it's supposed to be a 5-star luxury house, right? So that means all of us getting our bedrooms, right? Cherie said, bitch, I know how many fucking bedrooms it is. I got my bedroom, so I am not finna say nothing. And on the one hand, Cherise, I don't feel like you should be there. But on the other hand, bitch, I would have did the same thing. Let me keep my mouth quiet, because I'm going to act like I don't know shit, bitch. And then, you know, Robert was like, what the fuck is this? This don't look like no 5-star. Because listen, if it is, listen, ain't nothing wrong with going to a hotel. That's what Ashley said. Because, baby, when they started pulling up, Wendy said, now, this is a stark difference. The left side looked totally different from the right side. One side looked a little luxurified, and the other side looked residential like a motherfucker. She said, there's somebody's grandma house right here. Mind you, I was looking at the same thing, because Mia made sure to tell us that it was a $12 million house. But at the end of the day, that's just how shit be, you know, because out here in my neighborhood, girl, on one go a block down or whatever, it look like the fucking hood, okay? And then you over here and it's decent like a motherfucker, and it's white people too. I don't know why I threw white people up in there, just because I'd be so surprised to see white people in this historical black neighborhood, okay? This affluent historical black neighborhood. Why the fuck y'all here? But you know, we're just gonna let that go. We're gonna let that go. I mean, they be running and walking their dogs and biking and just talking. I'd be like, okay. Well, you know, there's that. But they pulled up to the house, baby, and they was looking at it like, the fuck is this? This don't look that big. Now, see, a person like me who ain't really used to all of that shit, baby, it would have been just fine for me. These motherfuckers said, baby, this don't look like no $12 million, 10-bedroom ass house. I said, because it ain't. It's 6, but it ain't. You know, deal with it. So everybody gets there. They like the place for the most part. They get greeted, you know, with drinks and food. And, you know, Mia said, listen, it's not going to be GVO like it was down there when they had that thing on the lake house or whatever. It's going to be MIA. Missing in action, no missing in action, okay? That's not what we finna do out here, you know? So, Giselle had an issue with the fact that they are not by the beach, because she thought that they was going to be by the beach. They are by the bay. They're not by the beach. They're by the bay. And, you know, they get to eating. And then Mia was like, we're going to get the rooms. And once y'all finish eating or whatever, we're going to go out to eat dinner. I said, wait a minute, bitch. We eat now. Oh, excuse me. But okay. What I will say, they do be feeding them, okay? They do be feeding them. The food does not be lacking, all right? You can't complain in that area. But they get to talking about the room situation. Mia had on the postcard or on the card or whatever, stripper movie titles or phrases, or, you know, show phrases or whatever. So that was going to be how they was going to designate who's going to get what room. So everybody's looking at their cards. You had Jacqueline had Queens of Diamonds, I believe. Mia had Queens of Diamonds. They're sharing a room together. Remember, it's 6 rooms, okay? The Hustlers, that was Robin and Giselle. Mind you, Giselle is over the fact that she still got to share a room with Robin. She said, I know the bitch pooped 2 times in the morning. I said, twice in the morning? Wow, Robin, you must not poop all day. That's probably what it is. Because, bitch, I do it once in the morning. I'm good. Until, like, the afternoon or whatever. I do 3 times a day. 3 times a day. If I'm not doing 3 times a day, baby, it's not, you know, I don't feel right. I don't feel right. I feel like something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? But 2 times in the morning? Interesting. Maybe just sit on the toilet a little bit longer so you can get it all out. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. But, you know, you got that. Sharice got the P-Valley room, which is her own room. And her beggars cannot be choosers, bitch. First of all, you ain't even supposed to be here. I'm just going to continue to say that. You ain't supposed to be here. And you up here complaining about the fact that there's no bathroom up in your room because you like to sleep naked and you snore and you like to, you know, that's why you can only be by yourself. And, baby, girl, don't nobody care. Like, Sharice, to me, I feel like Sharice thinks that I don't want to say this. Because you're supposed to always have confidence in yourself or whatever. Like, I don't know. She just gives off the tease that she thinks that she fine as shit. Like, she that bitch. And you're not. You're not. I ain't talking about the fan part. I'm talking about you're not that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But, all right. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no bathroom. Wendy go get her room. It's the showgirls. What was it? Showtimes or something like that. Baby, that's a Showwives or something like that. And, you know, it's a single bedroom or whatever, single bed, and you got all the bathrooms in there, whatever. It's all the amenities. You know, Cameron got her room because, of course, she's on the first floor. It's her birthday. Of course, she's going to have her room by herself. Baby, they was asking what Candace going to do. Candace got her card right there, and ain't nobody going to touch it. So they getting ready to get, you know, looking around. Ashley goes up in there, gets Candace's card, puts it in her, you know, tuck it in her pants, and basically was like, I don't know where Candace gonna sleep at. You know what I'm saying? A good couch can do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here like, it's already bad enough that she has the card that says Showwives, which means that she's sharing a room also with Wendy. And the bad part about that is the fact that that room only has one bed. So y'all got these two grown women that needs to share a bed with each other. That's fucked up in itself, you know, to be quite honest. Miss Jacqueline and Mia, y'all could have shared the bed together because ain't no telling what y'all click-clacking sisters be doing, okay? But that's neither here nor there, but y'all was just being fucking petty at this point. And then Ashley, for you to take the card or whatever and to try to do this little prank, girl, you and Candace are nowhere near in the good spot to be doing anything. So you're pushing it. You're pushing it, bitch, okay? All y'all and Giselle, yeah, this will be good. This will be good. I said y'all are not on the same page to be doing no shit like this. And y'all know how Candace are or Candace is, okay? Like, come on. Y'all just want something to happen. Y'all want that girl to pop off so that y'all can blame her for some shit. I don't know. So, Sharice in her feelings because ain't no bathroom, so she finna go get a hotel. And she ain't coming to dinner with them. You know, what's her name? Wendy asked him, where is Candace's card? Of course, you know, Ashley got it, and, you know, they kikiing or whatever, her and Robin about it because she did put it back. But, you know, it's childish. It's childish. I know it's all fun and games, but, you know, it's a good thing that Sharice said, bitch, I'm finna go to a hotel because y'all know Candace probably would have came up in there. She would have been, you know, as she should. And Robin and Giselle having complaints about having to share a room all the time. Y'all bosom buddies anyway. Get over it, okay? Y'all should know the drill, you know? So let's not have that be an issue. Mia being so spoiled about her bags. Come by, somebody unpack my bags, and then get on the phone with Gordon and, you know, telling him how spoiled she is, you know, and all that stuff. But then she gets on the phone with Peter. And I was like, what? She was like, hey, family, so you down here? We got some people that's coming. It's a party of 8. You know, me and the girls, you know, Giselle, Robin, Wendy. Okay, well, tell Wendy I got beef with her. And I'm sitting here like, so why would you tell her that? Here's Peter being messy anyway. You know, you got an issue with somebody, you tell that person. You don't tell a third party or whatever. That you should already know from being on your stint on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. See, that's why you never got your peach, Peter, because you just don't know how to play the game right, okay? That's one. And then they said later that night, Mia, that's when Mia gonna try to throw that drink on Wendy. Now, see, I looked and I had to pause that shit a couple of times because I was like, Mia, how do you throw a drink on somebody and it don't even get on them? Because I'm looking at Wendy and her face and her hair did not get wet. So where did the liquid go? Did it just go on the table or whatever? And then you throwing and hitting her with the clutch? Like, bitch, what? Why are y'all together if y'all don't fuck with each other? I just don't get it. Mia, you don't fuck with Candace. You don't fuck with Wendy. You don't fuck with Karen that much, okay? Like, so what is the point? I just don't get it. Anyway, I'm gonna cut your ass up next week. I'm gonna wait till next week to get that ass. But, yeah. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode. I apologize for it being late, bitch. Girl, I went to go see Black Panther again last night, so fuck y'all. Wakanda forever. Listen, I'm gonna talk about that. If y'all want me to talk about it, put it in the comments or whatever, because I got some things to say. I do. A couple of things kind of like really fucked me up, because I was just like, girl, why do you do that? Why you do that? But anyway, I'll see y'all later, all right? Peace.